We're here today to see if you can beat Fallout New Vegas as Billy Butcher. Mind you, usually carries around a Beretta M9 or 92FS. We're going to substitute that for the 9mm pistol, which is a Browning high power, but should be fine. Along with this trusty crowbar. Now the crowbar is from a mod. It also lets us pop open locked items instead of needing to spec into lockpicking. The running charge attack's pretty good with it. Put his handgun to work here. Here we are popping open the locked locker in the skydiving thing. Take out the powder gangers. Easy enough to deal with. Smooth reloads. Figure at this point in time we're going to just piss everybody off because it's kind of what he's good at. So might as well stick to the character. Go into Beagles, steal his shit because why not? Put the crowbar to use some more. It hits hard when you use a good charged attack. Stop off at the courier's cache here to pick up a couple items we need. Cigarette and a wedding ring. Well, the Hawaiian shirt doesn't match. I couldn't get the one that does to work, so using this one for now. Put the pistol to use some more. Pop open the safe here in the Bison Steve. Take everything, sell it off. No restrictions on what we can and can't pick up. Put the handgun to use some more. Along with the crowbar. Gonna be using the crowbar throughout the whole run, off and on. Talk to Beagle. Pretty much any speech option that just kind of makes you come off as an asshole to people.
Of course.
That's what we're going to be picking. Mind you, we also have somewhat high charisma and speech. And I look away for a second here, and Beagle just gets destroyed. Go back and tell Nash about what happened. He tells us we got to find a sheriff. We're not doing that this time.
Another satisfied.
Sell a bunch of stuff to him.
Watch out! Watch out!
Head on out. Take out the convicts outside of the police station here. No idea why they're not part of the powder gangers. They're just kind of convicts. It's weird. Go inside, deal with the Jackals gang members and the aphid things. Mantises, I guess. Head up to the outpost. Talk to Knight.
Looking for trouble?
Talk to Cass. We'll get her as a companion later on. She should be a good fit to accompany us around the wasteland for a while. Here we go, pissing off the Legion again. The reason I always fight the Legion here is because it's a good test of your build early on. See if it's working or if it's not working. Generally be able to feel out the rest of the game from here. Just go and swing him with the crowbar, mostly because I find it funny. These guys dressed in football pads and dead coyotes and whatnot wearing skirts are just getting demolished by a dude with a rusty fucking crowbar. It's and now the Legion hates us. Head on Novak, take care of the Night Nightkin, and get our Brahmin steaks. Always good to have. Help Boone out. Feel like it's something he would do. You know, birds of a feather and all.
I guess I shouldn't be
We don't take
surprised.
Boone with us. I was originally thinking it, but
Here.
can only really have one person at a time accompany us. Mark Eldorado, so I don't need to go to the Eldorado lake bed and then come back through. Talk to the gun runner under the bridge to pick up a new weapon. Tried to get one off of the NCR soldier, but couldn't. Pick this up. He carries and uses a Colt M4A1. Well, this isn't an exact match. We'll be picking up the assault carbine later, which is closer to it. Get ambushed by the Legion here in this little trading town, which always just gets destroyed anymore. Stop off to take a look at the New Vegas sign from the intro. And there's not really any place to where the Ranger could have been standing higher up.
Welcome to the Crimson Caravan.
Talk to the Crimson Caravan because that's what Cass sent us to do. Do the errand mission for them. Deliver an invoice, I think, and then some other odds and ends.
I'll see that she's paid.
Basic leg work.
Was there anything?
Well, you've proven your.
Ask for some more
I
work.
like to handle matters personally. I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation. There's also the matter of Henry James.
Tells us to go deal with a guy at the Atomic Wrangler, and then to get some
and finally,
weapons blueprints from the gun runners. So, just gonna walk in and take the shit from the gun runners. It's not like their Vendatron stops selling to you. If they did, this would be a different story, but he doesn't, so it don't matter. A bunch of free combat armor, a couple of nice guns. Sell them off to the Vendatron outside. It's kind of funny. Pick up the assault carbine to replace the service rifle we had. After we pick up our new toy, we head over to the Atomic Wrangler to talk to this Henry, whatever the fuck.
No matter what. Beside.
NPC that's not usually here until after you accept that. I decided since I have fairly high luck, gonna gamble a bunch, get a bunch of caps. Gonna need it for later on. Don't start off too hot on the gambling streak here. Lose a good amount of the chips I put in. Then I hit a nice winning streak. Up to 4,800 winnings there. Get kicked out. Never understood that. Sure, I understand that they don't want you to milk them dry in one place, but come on now. Take out the Henry, whatever the fuck. Try to talk to Cass again to sell her caravan, but she's saying no. So we hit up the Gamora so that we can get some more caps in our pocket. Take them for, I do believe, close to 12,000 caps in the Gamora. We head on out. 10,142 caps.
Welcome, sir or madam.
Buy the next weapon we need is Butcher here, which is the anti-material rifle. This is his go-to for trying to kill super people, soups. Can't really call superheroes because they're not very fucking heroic. With explosive rounds. For some reason, the kids are running around out here by the gun runners. Never saw this happen before. Kind of get sidetracked and follow them for a while. They seem to just go running into the gun runners and then run around and then run back out. It's weird. Never saw that happen before. Something new every time I play this game. At this point, we're in combat fatigues, and I do have a mod that just adds coats into the game, like dusters and whatnot.
Hey, fellow. What?
Head into the tops, because hey,
Buddy.
Butcher's one for revenge, so instead of holding on or waiting, try to sneak a gun in, just go in with fucking anti-material rifle and explosive rounds. Quickest I've dealt with the tops in a long time. And Benny didn't know what the fuck hit him. There you go, that's that part of that done. Couple more stragglers, take out the 9mm pistol and get to work on them. We will be picking up Maria. Direct upgrades and whatnot. Well, it's not something it would carry. Just looks nice. I fancy it. It still stays within the overall weapon type you'd be using. Go to say hi to Mr. House. Fucking love just skirting in there like that. Take him out. A few well-placed shots. Some explosive ammo. Bread and butter of this rifle, I swear. The incendiary shots are okay, but they usually just take anyone out in one shot. Armor piercing is very nice. Very, very nice. Explosive, though, that's for crowd control. I always fuck up what floor to go to. Decide to just stay off in the bed here, finish healing up. That way I don't need to waste any supplies before heading up. I know that it's not gonna be difficult to deal with. Still best to save resources when you can. Skiratron's easy enough. Just I'll have 4 or 5 shots, maybe 6. less than a full magazine, which is 8 shots. Takes longer to reload than it does deal with some of these situations. Again, these are Hitman's animations. They're amazing. He also has animations for like eating, drinking, and all that. Great stuff. Take out the rest of the Securitrons and head on down to House. I don't get why he didn't do the whole Tranquility Lane thing. Like, those people didn't seem to age at all. Maybe it was some type of special cryostasis or something. But he didn't hold up too well. And you figure for the man that made Robco. And did he make Robco? I don't know. He doesn't look too good. Well, he looks good for his age, but not as good as the people in Tranquility Lane did. Which is interesting, because I think that's like cryogenics mixed with virtual reality or something. Well, I understand you wouldn't want the virtual reality part, that way you could keep an eye on everything going on. Figure the, not needing a weird codpiece catheter thing would be a plus side for him. Or whatever the fuck's hooked up to his stomach and heart. I don't know. It's just weird. Not to mention that he can control Securitron, so I don't know why he doesn't do that more often. Take him out with a golf club because I just figured it was funny. Get accosted by this follower of the apocalypse. Haven't had that happen in any other run that I've done lately. Which is kind of funny.
Great.
Tell them to fuck off because I don't like them. And really, what are they going to do with tech that just keeps you on life support for 300 years?
I'm gonna make mincemeat out of you.
Decide to fuck up the Gamora using the assault carbine. Runs through ammo like no tomorrow. Also don't know why it has like a 24-round magazine instead of a 30-round mag. So strange. Just strange. Put the crowbar to work because why not? Head over to the Ultralux to win some more caps. 15,000. All in all, they're kind of assholes to me, so I decided to come back in and teach them a lesson.
This simply will not do.
Yeah, right there. After I'm already leaving, they tell me to get the fuck out. It's weird.
For a while, you were the toast.
Pretty sure that was supposed to happen earlier. Then again, there's also supposed to give you like booze or something
Your act has gotten stale.
earlier. I come back in and put the crowbar to use for a little while and then just say fuck it. Explosive shots for everybody. I'm trying to go through and get most of the factions dealt with before the main story, because there's one more loose end I want to deal with before the whole yes man, Battle of the Hoover Dam thing. Because Benny fucked us over, shot us in the head. But Benny wouldn't have shot us in the head if this guy here, Ulysses, didn't pass on the opportunity, so we grab Eddie here in Lonesome Road. Have him deal with the terminal. Easy enough. Hit the switch up here. Take a look at the marked men. They have no skin, which is weird. Figure if they just stay inside, their weird ghoul healing factor shit would help. With the assault carbine use here, dealing with the Securitrons, mostly because I didn't want to waste too much of my 50 cal ammo. Because this is just the beginning of the DLC. Although, I realize later, I don't really need to worry about that. Deal with the Securitron. Nope, Sentry Bots. That's what even better. Deal with the Sentry Bots, which are actually smaller versions of the Sentry Bots, so they can actually fit through the doorways, which is neat. And here he is.
You came. Good. Curious, maybe. You walked the Mojave without a flag on your back. That'll end soon. Can't walk the long 15 and not have a nation's shadow fall on you. Maybe you just need to be tested, or you believe in nothing. We'll see. America sleeps ahead of you. Its nightmares filled with quakes, storms. You'll need to find your own path. That means waking America's spears up from their slumber. There's ways. Warheads set off collapse. Warheads could open the gates again. You're resourceful. That machine, robot with you, can help you find the warheads you need to destroy. And their trigger, the detonator. The way ahead is below. The tools are there. The rest, up to you.
Now, for most of Ulysses' dialogue like that, I'm just going to let it play like I did with Honest Hearts for Joshua Graham. Especially since there's not too many talkative NPCs in this DLC. Still a better DLC than... what the fuck is the name of the one with the Sierra Madre? Literally had to stop and look it up. Dead Money. That's the name of that godforsaken DLC. Interesting premise. I do not like the collar radio beacon shit. If it weren't for that, I'd enjoy it more. While taking out the marked men, one of them pushes us off of the roof. Take out the rest without too much of a problem. 50 cal with a armor-piercing rounds doesn't win. Detonate our first nuke, which I don't understand these nuclear warheads, right? They seem to have a small yield about the size of a mini nuke. Which I'm guessing it's a secondary explosive to be able to pretty much disarm it in flight. So it doesn't go nuclear. I mean, it'd still be a bunch of radioactive shit floating around, but it wouldn't, you know, cause a mushroom cloud in a crater. Use a crowbar to deal with the tunnelers. A couple of explosive shots when they get annoying.
There you are.
And here he is.
You went quiet for a time, and that signal came in strong from your machine, like a heartbeat. Made your way through old world towns, the tunnels that join them. Now, the high road. For all you've seen behind you, there's worse along this stretch. Deathclaws hunt the marked men, and they also hunt what burrows below. All roads lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind, a moment where you know who you are, the history of it, and they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home.
I always felt like Ulysses was reading a little too much into Courier 6. Speaking of, try on some weird Legion armor there. Take out Deathclaws are easy enough to do here, especially with this. This genuinely caught me off guard. Deathclaw jumping down off of an overpass onto the camper you're in. I just found that neat. Easy enough to deal with, though. Anyway, back to what I was saying about Ulysses. He seems to read too much into you being a courier and delivering shit to the divide before it was established as a community. And so he figures since you were delivering the stuff to the Divide before it became popular, so to speak, that it must be home for you. I mean, maybe. I doubt it. You're a courier. It's what you do. Especially in a post-apocalyptic world when you don't really have much of a choice on what to do. You kind of just do it. Pick up some riot gear, put that on. It's pretty cool. Kind of fits his aesthetic, wearing a long coat all the time. Head on down to the Courier's Mile to check this out. Worst mistake I made in a long time. There's like 20 irradiated Deathclaws. I don't know how a mutated creature that feeds off of radiation can be irradiated even more. Same with the marked men, which are just ghouls with no skin, apparently. Put the assault carbine to use. 50 cal explosive ammo. Can't get it loaded fast enough to really deal with too many of them. So it's just back away, shoot, keep healed up. The auto stim packs been working wonders. Slowly but surely whittle down the Deathclaws and the marked men. They can hit like a tank. They really can. Especially the one with the Gatling laser. Irradiated marked man marauder. I guess this one was an NCR trooper or something. Head on back to get on the weird rolling platform, elevator, shaft thing. Only ever really seen something like this for a mine shaft. And even then it was a hell of a lot smaller and only used to take like crates and stuff down. Head on down, head on out, and then we gotta go up a skyscraper that's somehow in a ravine.
Tiny cracks in the earth. Nothing compared to the road carved ahead. Before you, this is the edge of the Divide. Ahead lies your work, the history you burned in the earth, what you brought to the people here. At the end of the Divide, through the trenches and wreckage, that's where you'll find me. A new home, here, amongst dead men. You and that machine. Keep your eyes on the tower that cuts the horizon. You'll find your way. Made it this far. Not much farther to go.
After that, we wander around in this, the Divide, really. Find some better riot armor. Wear that. Head on down and run into a super beefed up Deathclaw that kills us in 2 hits. Was not expecting that when I went walking into that cave. Ulysses, of course, steals Eddie because he's been lying this entire time and actually needs to access codes to set his plan in motion. They get fucked over by the Deathclaw again. And then somehow, just a couple of shots from the hip with some explosive rounds just nukes it for some reason. I don't understand. Head further along. Free Eddie. I mean, it's a little robot dog, pretty much. They compare him to Ralphie, which I think was an iBot in the media before the end of the world or something. I don't know. Butcher has a dog, close enough. And we take the elevator down. Now I thought about how to do this, walk up to him, have a long conversation. I don't think Butcher would do that. Given the opportunity to just take out someone that fucked him over, I feel like he would just try to take out the person that fucked him over. So I take the time, load some good explosive shot, make sure the rifle's all tuned up and ready to go. Quick save, and then take a couple of shots at Ulysses. Then, of course, the marked men start spawning out the fucking woodwork for some reason. Don't know why. Don't know why the marked men of the end... Well, I don't know if there are any NCR marked men that come out here to help Ulysses. Because Ulysses is a legionnaire. That's why Joshua Graham says not the courier he thought would be coming for him. Because he was like a spy, a Fumentari or something. But yeah, looking at it, I think all of the soldiers that attack you here at the end are just the Legion soldiers that are marked men. Yeah, I do believe that they are. Now that is interesting. So his entire thing of there are no sides here. There are just those that were marked by the what's left of the United States or whatever the fuck his bullshit was on about. Here I figure Butcher's an asshole. Who would be able to have the power of the nukes and shit at the end of the world that when everyone's at war, you know? I don't think anyone would, or anyone should. I think both factions, quite frankly, are just kind of bad. Well, a lot of people say the NCR is good. The NCR is trying to recreate what already happened and what caused the end of the world. So, do away with that. I'm just going to let him say a little bit for the end cards here for the DLC.
The divide erupted in fire, violent, red, as the last message of the two couriers arced into the sky. The missiles rained like spears down on the land, burning flags and communities alike, destroying all they struck. The history of the West was erased for the second time, thorough and complete, and America slept once more. It said, war never changes. Men do, through the roads they walk. And this road has reached its end.
Always a good saying there. Now, the real reason I chose to nuke both the NCR and the Legion is because it opens up two endgame areas, Dry Wells and the Long 15, which I figure we can go fuck around in.
What?
Finally have our speech high enough to be able to convince Cass to sell her caravan.
Sure as hell got my attention.
More to the point,
now.
come with us.
That's fair. But there's been that
Feel
voice
like she'd be
inside
a good
me
fit
saying
to run
the
around
same
with
thing,
Butcher.
and whiskey wasn't killing it.
With,
Give me that paper.
well, she's kind of an
I'll look
asshole.
into it. No sense trying to hold the past.
She also
between your
likes to
fingers when it's
drink.
Nothing but dirt. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name. No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing. Go with you? And why the hell would I do that? So fighting boredom is your argument, huh?
With that, it's easy
Walking
enough to
Mojave
convince
with
her
you
to
can't
follow
be any
us
worse than here,
across
that's for sure.
the Mojave, or
All right.
Wasteland, or whatever
I'm
the
in.
fuck they call it here. And from that, we head directly to the Long 15. Since we bombed, I guess, the entirety of the NCR. Quite frankly, they could have just said that this ending was canon, and that Ulysses bombs were launched before the courier could do anything, and therefore the NCR was nuked, instead of some random fucking dude from Vault Tech being able to nuke the NCR. Gotta say, kind of fucking stupid. The rest of the show wasn't too bad, though. Especially since they allude to going to New Vegas any fucking way. Head to Cottonwood Cove because we need to be able to get the Dry Wells. Put the anti-material rifle to use. By this point, it's completely upgraded. Suppressor, carbon fiber parts, light bolt, all that shit. Use the crowbar to pop open the gate here. Give the key to free the people to him, because I doubt Butcher would really want women and whatever the fuck to be enslaved to a bunch of, as they say in-game, rapists. So, head over to Dry Wells. take out a bunch of Legion. Now, this one doesn't make sense. The general guy you kill here is wearing one of the marked man masks, which is made in the vestige of Legate Lanius, or whatever the fuck his name is. The guy you fight at the end of the game. It's explained that in the Divide they make those masks based off of his, so they don't stop hating him. So I don't understand why he would have one, like all of maybe a few hours or days in game time after we nuke them. It doesn't matter. Head on into Caesar's tent, take him out with all of one incendiary shot. Kind of whiff a couple of shots here because, again, it's good at a distance, but when melee guys are charging you like this, not the best weapon on the planet to use. Could have been using armor-piercing shot. Probably would have been taking them out easier. Say fuck it and decide to just go all, well, butcher with a crowbar in here. And by this point in time, I have a perk that allows for more damage to be delivered through a block, which I find funny because it a lot of times just disarms your opponent by either breaking or, I don't know, sometimes they pick them back up, so they're not breaking them. That's just disarming them, really. Take them out. Head under the fort and deal with the Securitron army. Again, no one should have that kind of power, so destroy the Securitron army. I haven't even met Yes Man by this point in time. Quite frankly, this run could have just ended after Lonesome Road finished, and that would have been a fine end for this run. I figure I'd go through and finish the finish it all off entirely. Run through the end of the game.
They were behind burning these caravans, and they've got to answer.
I've been doing Cass's quest here. Also gave her the armor from the DLC.
Don't care much for
and a hunting shotgun and a riot shotgun. Go to talk to Alice McClafferty.
Very good.
God, that's a horrible name. Get paid for Cass's caravan, whatever the fuck, and then put a riot shotgun to use. Since Butcher does use, I think it's some type of Mossberg gooseneck grip on it, if memory serves me right. Not a pistol grip or anything.
Now.
And while this one has a detachable magazine and that one doesn't, its overall aesthetic is about the same, so I'm rolling with it. I only use it like twice in the whole run anyway. Most of the run is just the crowbar, the 9mm pistol, and the anti-material rifle, of which I whiff a shot with here. Actually, I have to back up some to get a good shot on him. Head on in, explosive shot, miss another shot. Easy enough to take out guys in full combat armor. I don't know if their combat armor is inferior or what. Also, can't shoot through this fencing with explosive shot. Didn't know that. Stuff flying everywhere, which is just funny. Gotta load here in Jean the Baptiste, or whatever the fuck his name is. Tanking the shots. Pretty much just waiting, not reloading. Decide, I'm just gonna run in with the crowbar. Why not?
They killed her. No.
Try to get in a couple of power attacks. It's just quicker, and you get more damage by just swinging non-stop. Decided to do something a little fun here. Stacking everything they had into one place on top of Gloria there, and then nuking everything to high hell. Because why not? Figured Cass would get a kick out of it. Go back and actually find Yes Man and the chairman respawn in Tops. Didn't know that. I hardly ever come back to this place after I deal with Benny.
Hey, hi there.
Talk to Yes Man, get him set up over in the Lucky 38. Do his whole song and dance, unskippable, fucking watch this bullshit. Go to say hi to the Brotherhood, because I haven't dealt with them or the Great Khans yet. Brotherhood's easy enough to take out. Anti-material rifle with explosive shot and armor-piercing shot.
Guess who
Just
won the
rips through them. Body shots with it. Take out named NPCs. Easy enough to deal with them. Head on out.
Since you haven't pissed your
Now the NCR is actually pissed at me. They weren't before. I just walked right into the Mojave
have a nice
outpost and no one gave a damn.
crap.
Now they're sending assassins after me. And even then, 3 days to fix my reputation after nuking the NCR. Kind of stupid. Couldn't pass up this opportunity right here. Smooth. That was smooth. Say hi to the Great Khans. By hi, I mean explode everything in the room. No idea why this thing has such massive area of effect. You take out most of the Great Khan's leaders, and you've dealt with the Great Khans. So Papa Khan, his right hand, and then the two drug dealers in the back.
Has been upgraded. Pretty neat, huh? Wow. You really blew up all those Securitrons at the fort. Great. No problem.
I just find that funny. Tell him that I killed everyone. Gotta go put the chip in the Dorito substation there. Cass goes ballistic on these NCR troopers inside. So we mow everyone down. Head on outside. And again, I don't know why the NCR just doesn't give a fuck that I blew up their country. Just let me walk out. Head back to Yes Man. Talk to him some more. Battle of Hoover Dam. Not really anything special to talk about, you know, anti-material rifle, armor-piercing rounds, explosive shot. You can get through just about anything in this game with it. Sell Yes Man into the mainframe. He tells us we gotta blow up the generators. But I figure they'd be turbines in a dam. Blow up everything in the dam, making it just a wall of concrete. Head into the Legates camp. Snipe the people that get fucking annoying with the assault. Not assault. Marksman carbines. Tell Cass at this point to just kind of fuck off back to the Lucky 38 because... want to do this one alone.
What? No. Back to the Gilded Cage.
Your words have done nothing but delay.
Talk to the Legate.
Now, see what my hounds.
We have maxed out speech at this point. We could just end the game right there, but if you have, I guess, some type of extreme karma and you
were brave to come here to face me,
badger him enough, you can get him to fight you in one-on-one combat. Which I figured was fitting in this situation. The big bad evil guy. Fight him in one-on-one combat. Only using the crowbar for this too. Our melee skill is also maxed out. We have a couple of perks that help with melee. Like that. Perk there to ragdoll people. We just lay into him with the crowbar. He goes all passive and then runs away. Never understood why he runs away when he seems to carry his healing powder on him. Also, why they get faster run speeds than we do. He just kind of runs over here and wedges himself in a wall before then running all the way back to where he came from. I swear, spend more time in this one-on-one fight with him. This honorable fight. Let no one see that I did not accept your... whatever the fuck. So I could prove him better. He spends most of it just running away. Which is kind of funny for the guy that's supposed to be the... best in the Legion. I don't think I get knocked down by his sword at all this run. It's funny. Take his helmet, take his sword. Again, don't know why they didn't give him like a ghoul face or something. That would have made sense, right? He's supposed to be horribly disfigured under his helmet. And Caesar made the helmet for him so he could special wear it and all that. I don't get why they just didn't make him like a ghoul under his helmet. That would make sense on why he's actually wearing it. Compared to just being a dude with a, you know, mutton chops or a Fu Manchu or whatever the fuck you want to call his facial hair. Take out the Praetorian Guard here. Hate saying their names. Praetorian Guard. Just seems fitting.
What the hell?
Head on back,
Get away
talk to
from
General
goddamn
Oliver.
TV on wheels?
By talk to General Oliver, I mean have him thrown off of the Hoover Dam. Mostly because it's funny. And that ends the run. Yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas as Billy Butcher. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.